Chris, a win away at Ashton Town tonight. First of all, what were your overall thoughts on that game?
Good, yeah. I thought you could see that the patterns that are starting to develop with the team. I think moving on from Saturday, where we thought we were good for the first half an hour and then got a little bit kind of like sloppy towards the end of the second half, you could see that improvement. You could see that the lads are starting to gel, to get to know each other. So, yeah, good workout. Probably should have had a couple more goals. But, yeah, overall, good performance, I think.
And obviously, pre-season, a lot goes on. Trialists coming in, players, as you say, are looking to gel. In your role as the analyst in the management team, how does pre-season look for you, and what are you supporting Dave and the rest of the management with?
I think pre-season is almost pretty much the same as regular season games for me and my role. It's making sure that the lads are at their peak physically. Obviously, pre-season you've got to take the time to get them there. So a lot of work goes into kind of prepping sessions and the load on their bodies to try and make sure it's right. And that's why you'll see lads who play half an hour in games and then the week after they'll play 60 minutes. So we track all that. We make sure that we're not physically too demanding with the lads, but to try and get them to the point where we can put performances together for 90 minutes. And I think just from today, you can see the progression in fitness levels from Saturday, and we'll carry on working with that. And then kind of bringing a new team together, because most of the side's new now, isn't it? That we do a lot of work with video, trying to improve everybody as best we can. And that's pretty much my role, is working with the lads, supporting the management team, trying to get us to where we need to be, working on bits of kind of set pieces and things like that, anything that we can try and get that edge, that 1% extra from players. I think that's what we're good at as a team. And that my role predominantly focuses on those types of things.
And in terms of new players, how much in terms of data do you rely on from their previous clubs in terms of minutes and appearances, etc.? Is it very much you look at that history, or is it very much they come into Bury Football Club and it's a blank slate?
A little bit of both. It depends. I mean, it's tough, particularly at certain levels, because I don't think often clubs have the ability to do some of the things that we're able to do. So a lot of it in terms of players is kind of almost like referees from people that they've played with, people that they've worked with before, and trying to get the right kind of personality as well as the right ability to fit the group.
And I guess, obviously, Dave has said to us in the last sort of few weeks, he's looking to build the squad through pre-season. Obviously, he's currently got a squad of about 19, 20 signed on. Obviously, there's a few trialists here tonight. I guess from your perspective and the rest of the management, you're still looking at those trialists and to what they can add to this squad, and ultimately giving Dave and the rest of the management sort of selection headaches in the sort of competitive season.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think from the first couple of games, we've seen it get slightly smaller. There's a few lads not here now. We've obviously still got some away, like Gaz. He's obviously not here at the minute, but he'll come back into the fold. But it's pre-season's opportunity for players to come in and show what they can do. Sometimes you have an idea in your head of building a squad, and then a trialist will come and show you something that you maybe even didn't expect, and it gives you things to think about. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is build the best squad that we possibly can to meet our aims, which is promotion this year.
I just finally looking to Saturday, obviously another game away at Atherton Collieries. Again, obviously a side that are sort of above Bury in the footballing pyramid. How important is it for the players to have that test against higher opposition whilst also trying to build their own personal fitness?
Definitely. We've seen with the Emily game that they had a good season last year and got promoted, so that was a test for the lads' first game out. Then a couple of games against sides in the lower division, but even tonight, Ashton, they reached the playoff final last year to get into the division that we're in. And now we play Coles at the weekend, who, unfortunately for them, they've come down into the NPL West this year. Probably going to see a changed team for them. So it's another test. It's some players that you have played at higher levels, and for our lads, they've got to try and meet those and better them, and that's what we want them to do. And that's why kind of pre-season mixes those types of games together, is to see different groups and different patterns from players against different opposition.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.